All right, I'm back with my second video on how I'm using my iReady lessons and this tower building elevator slideshow to help hopefully engage my students. Y'all probably think I'm a little bit crazy because it's taking me some time to create all this, and I love the creative side of all of it. I'm just really hoping to create something that my students will be a little bit more engaged in versus just listening to me talk all the time and then giving them some choice in which lesson they get to do that day. Since I'm not technically taking these for a grade and this is for practice, this is something that I thought would be great. So I'm not creating it actually as an assignment on Canvas. It will be listed on a page in Canvas, so it shows up on their to-do list each day, and then they'll be reminded. We have like a week at a glance for fifth grade, and it will be listed on that, so it's like their weekly schedule. So they will definitely know exactly what to do, and they do something similar to this in science already. But I wanted to just put my own spin on it because I love color and being creative, and really I'm probably just procrastinating on doing something I really should be doing. But I just wanted to show you what I have so far. So my students, like I said, are not answering this on Canvas per se right now. They will be recording their answers on a recording sheet. And I just typed up on a Google Doc really quickly an answer sheet that goes along with each floor and the number of questions that they will be completing with each of the activities. So there are some guided questions, and then there are some multiple choice questions, and they'll be completing those and writing their answers down on those sheets. And then they'll be working on this for the next 2 weeks. And then I'm having them somehow submit this paper to me, whether it be like taking a picture and sending it to me, or I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I want them to know that I am keeping track of it and that they will be submitting these assignments to me, so I know that they're actually completing them. So if they don't have a printer and they can't print this off, or they just don't want to, they can record it on a notebook paper or in their language arts notebook, whatever they need to do. I just want to know that they're keeping track of it, and I want them to know that I am going to collect these. I want to know that they have completed each of those tasks. So what I have done with deciding how many questions, it goes along with whatever the iReady assignment has. So there's 5 guided questions, 5 multiple choice. Most of them are set up that way. So that's how I came up with that number. So let's move on to the next part, where I have started to embed what I want on here. So on the very first floor, we have the instructions like I stated earlier, and then we've got floor number 2. So in present mode, it allows them to go to whatever floor that they want, and hopefully they, they'll be able to figure this out. I mean, the fifth graders are very smart. They know exactly what they're doing. They're great with technology. So anyways, when they click on the first door, it'll take them to conjunctions. And then here I have done a recording. So I decided to record myself teaching a little bit of it. And then I also recorded part of a Discovery Ed video. I didn't want to show the whole thing. And some of them, when I assign them a Discovery Ed video, they're like, I don't know how to get to it, blah, blah, blah. So I just decided to use it in my recording. So I just introduced the iReady lesson. In today's lesson, you are learning about coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Okay, enough of that. So it goes on. It's about 12 minutes long, and it is me teaching a little bit, as well as that Discovery Ed video talking about the examples. So that's the actual lesson part. And then I just have my instructions here, and then for them to click on the door to get back out, and it'll take them back to the second floor, which is really neat. All right, just so we have a general idea of kind of what they should expect. They go in, first floor, they'll look at their instructions and then go back on the elevator. And again, they can choose any floor they want to, but let's just look at the second floor since that's where I've started. I already showed you how to look at the recorded video that I have that shows the lesson. And it may not always be just a recording of me. It could be something else that I have found that will engage them to teach them that skill, as well as using some of the teacher toolbox from iReady. And then they know to click on the door to get them back to the second floor, and then they can go into the practice. And then with the practice, I've done it two ways. I recorded myself reading the questions and just reviewing again what my lesson was about. And then I went through so they can listen if they want to. And this is really helpful, I feel like, for just differentiating for some of my kiddos that I know need it. And then they're just more auditory learners, so they're hearing it a little bit more. Or for those who just want um, to look at it themselves, they can click on the link here, and it's just going to take them to a Google Doc that then shows them the questions. I decided to do it that way, and all I did was snip it from or take a little snapshot, whatever you want to call it, from the actual iReady assignment. So when I did it with my Chromebook, I just like to use the Chromebook the best. I feel like it's the easiest for me, at least. And then I was able to put it onto that Google Doc, and then they could see the questions a little bit more and take their time and review it at their own pace. So I just wanted to give them options again on how to complete it, and they will know to record their answers on their answer sheet or in their language arts notebook, whatever works best for them. And then once they are done, then they are finished with that floor or lesson for the day. Now, of course, they're welcome to move ahead and they can do multiple floors in a day if they choose to, but I just want them to understand that they do have choices. So what I did to actually complete or create, I guess you could say, the video is I just did the Screencastify, recorded myself, pressed play on the Discovery Ed video, made it pretty simple with that, and then downloaded it. And I downloaded it to YouTube. When I just feel like that's one of the best ways to make my Screencastify videos work the best, and then quickly uploaded the video here. So if you're not sure how to do that, whatever YouTube videos you actually have, you can click inserts, and then if you click on video and then click YouTube, just paste the link in here and it will actually bring up whatever YouTube video it is, and then it will look like this instead of just a link. Now, of course, you could just post the link and that's fine too, but I like doing it like this, so it makes them stay in the slides and does not show any ads or anything like that. It's just the video that I want them to actually watch. So I will continue to add additional videos and lessons to go along with iReady. And I'll show you some more. That's the only one I've gotten done so far today. It has taken me a little bit more time as I'm still trying to figure out the best way to set all this up. But I just really think this is, I don't know, I just really like being creative and adding color and spice. And like I said, I think I'm procrastinating on doing something I should be like cleaning my house or something, but I'm not. I'm still working, and that's okay by me. One of the things that I am going to have them do is submit their answer sheet. And I will also be using part of the iReady multiple choice questions to assess their knowledge. And the reason I'm doing that is because there's not actually an iReady assessment that goes with this language handbook. It's just strictly practice. And then you can use the independent practice to actually grade that. So I can either grade the last 5 questions that they have on their answer key, or I can create another assessment type on to Canvas, which is what I most likely will do, because this is kind of like their practice, and then they'll be assessed on it, and I'll probably pull 2 or 3 or create my own, whatever I want to do that is similar to these questions, and then put that on Canvas to assess their knowledge on all of the skills that they have practiced over the last 2 weeks. So I am giving them 2 weeks to work on this. And everything will be due on the 25th of January. So they're starting this next week, and then they're turning their paper into me by the 25th of January. I still haven't decided exactly how I'm going to assess everything, but I'm still in the thought process. But I just wanted to share my thoughts and ideas.